Welcome to another Field of Glory 2 battle. This is part of the Chaos Tourney, so random map, random armies, and we are fighting one of the many legendary battles between the Babylonians and the Welsh. You know, why not? So let's take a look at these armies. Should be an interesting matchup. I have a lovely hill here, which I'm sure my opponent will not attack, but it's still a nice thing to have. The Welsh army can get up to 5 units of cavalry. These are the light spear sort, superior armored or superior protected. 2 units of picked warbands, a few light javs, and an enormous endless swarm of cheap light spear infantry. Okay, so because he has such limited firepower, we're going to try to take advantage of that by recruiting troops that would normally have a tough time with shooting. Namely, these, let's see, what am I doing here? Heavy chariots, because they have really good impact, and also have bows, so they can just sit back and shoot and pretty much not care. We'll grab light archers to complement them, and just to make extra sure that we win the skirmish. And then what? Infantry. Medium foot to support the advance. Why not? More bows, more light spears. And let's see. Guard foot, hoplites. Let's consider that. Medium foot shift over. I could get more cavalry, but I'm going to be facing this endless swarm of light spear infantry. With that in mind, I think I'm going to need some foot. I might want to, well, let's bring some of the guard foot along. And hoplites to follow up the chariots. 218 points remaining. I could get massed archers, but I don't really want to. I don't think they're going to be much use outside of this hilltop situation. Maybe I'm being a little bit reckless here. I should bring the melee troops up just in case. But the other option is cavalry, which I also don't really love. I'm gonna cut the recording and consider this. Okay, I did go with the cavalry option because I really do want to reserve my chariots to fight his infantry. And so I did bring along some more Arab cavalry to disorder his 5 units of cavalry, an extra unit of your average Assyrian cavalry, and an extra unit of expert Assyrian-style cavalry. These have bow 50%, so they can at least goad him into moving, even if he doesn't want to. I have one more commander to add, and let's just add it to this chariot with the potential to put onto any of these infantry units. Let's see, sub-general, that's fine. Who are you with? Cavalry. Here, let's just do it like that. Okay, so we seize a hill and we spread out into the open and start shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting. A bottleneck full of archers and heavy chariots. Oh joy, he says. Well, I don't necessarily plan on just sitting here in the bottleneck. I mean, if he insists on advancing into it, I wouldn't say no, but I'm perfectly happy to move forward myself, at least a little bit. Yeah, I can just fling these guys forward. Alright, it's looking like we'll have cavalry superiority on the wing unless he shifts his center cavalry over. I think he brought a bunch of cavalry here to threaten to charge my massed archers, but I just brought the minimum massed archers, so he might need to shift around anyway. Next turn. Oh, alright, I suppose he's gonna wait for me to come out to play then. Light Javelin Man. Alright, no problem. We will first, of course, occupy our hill. Might need to do some redeploying so I don't have just massed archers sitting over here. So the extreme range of the Light Javelin Man is 4 tiles, of course, so we will keep moving up, but just out of their extreme range. Alright, here we go. And infantry stay there, and the cavalry can branch out. Hopefully there isn't lights hiding in the wood. I don't think there is. I think that's his max right there. But I shouldn't just charge straight ahead. I should wait for everyone to get into position. So once we're about here, we'll wait for the cavalry to get about here, and then an advance into skirmishing range, followed by a general advance into contact. And also take that time to move our Lydian hoplites maybe here and here. Next turn. Okay, same thing. Go. Hill is ours. Get these hoplites shifted over. So we'll take a few turns to get everyone lined up here, and then we can finally begin a general advance. Next turn. Okay, simple enough. Then we'll keep shuffling out with the cavalry. Kind of feeling like... Oh no, I think that's a max complement of light infantry. So no, I don't think I have to worry about at least any lights popping out of there, even if there might be mediums. Alright, do we commence yet? No, we gotta get these hoplites into position. Maybe, what, one there and one there? Seems about right. Suppose we could occupy this and kind of work our way along the edge while the hoplites guard the approach. So yeah, a couple more turns and we'll be ready to attack. Next turn. Well, I think we can start some harassment at this point. Nothing serious, really. Okay, it begins. Next turn. Good. We'll offer to come down from our perch then. Okay, let's see if we get a reaction to that forward movement. Next turn. Interesting. Okay, we might have to push with our chariots up to a point where increased fallbacks would cause cohesion checks. Oh, now I'm not sure what to do. I am tempted. Oh, it's too tempting. But I don't want to get caught somewhere completely idiotic. Okay, so now how can we get him to do something stupid? Yeah, what about that? Huh. Should I advance? Probably not, to be honest. Maybe one tile? Even that feels unnecessary. Yeah, I think not. So, a lot of units not doing much, but I do want to finish clearing out these light javelin men so I can then start working on the infantry. But forcing checks on the cavalry should be a good way to get them to do something unwise. Next turn. Oh, my poor camels. Oh. Surprised that worked out so well for them. Huh. That's more like it. Okay, we're gonna have to move our infantry up to support these chariots. It's interesting, we are very outnumbered, but our force composition is pretty good for this sort of thing. Okay, let's, yeah. Frag them, go for the break. What does that do for us? Nothing much. Okay, that was messy, but I got the job done. See if we can force a frag. And then a break. Good. They hold firm. Too bad. Well, let's pile in with the armored guardsmen. Okay. I suppose we'll want more skirmisher support here. And on the other wing. Good. Now, I can't turn to shoot because then we'll get flanked. Too bad. We'll move up a little bit in support. And in the meantime, start trying to put some pressure on. Held firm. Now for the main line. Held firm. Throw in another volley. Why not? Let's fall back so we have the option to take cover on this hill. It's a shame that we can't turn. That's okay. Good. That'll do for now. Next turn. Oh, hello. So lucky they fell back there. Bounced it with our shock impact. Really sure what to do about this quagmire. I really want to charge, but I suppose I should. Okay, lock them in and start shooting. Good. Let's see what this does. Nothing much, and that's fine. Okay. Excellent. Swordsman, armor advantage, troop quality. Oh, I like it very much. Great. Why didn't we pull back here? Thank you. Okay, yes. Cavalry, hello. Held firm. Let's go for a disrupt here. Good. Good. Lock them in with the hoplites. We need room to fall back. Let's move here. Let's see if we can fall back. Oh, we don't. Damn. Next time, then. Okay, so we're just going to keep sitting here, shooting as much as we can. Next turn. Do we bounce them? They are disrupted. No. Should bounce that. Good. Oh, I locked myself in. Hopefully it's a good impact. Yes. Bounced again. Ah, too bad. Oh, never mind. Not too bad. Excellent. Oh, even better. That's why they're guardsmen. Okay, well, let's try for a frag. Good. And what? Hit them. Do I even bother charging? I guess I might as well. At this point. And we fall back. That's just perfect. In that case, good. Let's try to thin them out. What does that do for us? Good. Armored offensive spearmen against the lightly protected swordsmen. Yeah. Held firm, huh? Well, we can just keep shooting, that's fine by me. Can't fallbacks or pinned by this primary zone of control, so we're gonna have to suffer one more round of bad melee before we charge in and break it. Nothing much to do here or here. Yeah. I think we win and just hold back. There's no reason to take any risks. A GG, presumably a surrender. Given that I don't think I'm about to get 15 points in one turn, am I? Or it's a preemptive GG, I guess both are possible. Ooh. That's gonna be, yeah. I guess he held it. Interesting. What does it do for us? Oh. Gets us flanked. We've blocked ourselves in. We'll need to open up a lane. Held firm. Locking in our cavalry. Oh, good. I'm glad he didn't surrender after playing through the whole turn. Just a preemptive GG then, who's guessing that it'll end this turn, which is pretty likely. Nice. I wonder, what were the odds of that? Where are we? There we go. So much, but I do want to break this down. Go. So there's a cohesion breakdown. Fragged. Below 75% strength. Boosted by the general. Significant casualties this turn. Total modifiers -3. Makes sense. Auto brakes. Disruption. Good. Ooh, fell back. Okay. If it had done the 50 casualties, I think that would have led to a break. I don't think there's any way to put... Oh wait, we can get more arrows downrange with our cavalry. Good. Held firm, held firm. Okay, hopefully we fall back, which we do. Zone them in. We'll general up. Well, do I want the POA? The POA is going to be bad no matter what, so the hell with it. Let's just keep the command on here. Oof. Okay, what can we then do? Huh. Pin them down. Good. Who's left? Ah, yes. Not all that much to do. Okay, well, assuming no rallies, that should indeed be GG. Okay, and we have reached the end. See if anything happens in this phase. A little bit, but not enough. So, this was a really tough match for General Shapur here. He really didn't have any of the tools he needed to fight this army on a narrow battlefield. The chariots could zone of control lock everything, and his infantry are lightly protected, so vulnerable to disruption from the huge amounts of arrows that it could throw in. His only light options were light javelin men. His cavalry were all light spear cavalry. If this hadn't been such a constrained field, he could have maybe brought his numbers to play by stretching out across the field and trying to envelop me and get me into melee across the line, which in that kind of situation, sheer numbers might have been able to do the trick. Britannic foot supporting his cavalry against my cavalry and camels, while he tried to push through to the archers. On a narrow battlefield like this, I think he had very little chance. That being said, I think pushing his line up to here was a mistake. As a result, I had to move my cavalry here and shoot into this rough ground, etc. A line held further back, say here, would have at least secured this patch of ground. Through a few Britannic foot, a bunch of light javelin men, and my cavalry would not have been able to get through here or do much of anything. There's a little bit of cover in this built-up area, so maybe if you deployed like in an arc here, I would have had to funnel in and then get hit from multiple sides while my cavalry were unable to support. That being said, given the army mismatch, I probably still would have ground out a win, but I think that might have given him some kind of chance. And I also want to say that I appreciate his playing out the match. It can be tough to play out a lopsided match like this. It doesn't always feel the best, and I really appreciate his playing it through to the end. So, a good game to General Shapur. Until next time.